Okay, so today's tutorial is going to be a curling your hair with a crimper. Now, this is the crimper that I love. I've been using it for quite some time now. I got it off of Amazon. It's actually a pretty old model, but I'm sure you can find this one on Amazon, or they actually have the 3-barrel crimper that is really popular right now, that I'm super tempted to try. So when I get that, I'll probably try that too. But today we're just going to use that crimper. And what I've done is I've prepped my hair with smoothing cream before I blow dried my hair. That's going to do a little bit of a heat protectant for my hair, and then also help my hair just hold the curl really, really well. It is by Loma, and I'll show you guys at the end. So you're going to section out your hair, and I like to work off the part. So my part is pretty deep. So you're going to section off the hair, working off the part. So it's going to be not quite in the middle of my head. So there's that first clip done. And then I always section, I use 3 clips and I section into 3 sections, 4 sections. I leave one out. Now what I like about the crimper is it actually doesn't take as much time as curling your hair. So it's really quick and really easy, relatively. So it saves a little bit of time, but then you get that nice beachy wave at the end. So this is gonna be my bottom section. Oh, the clip go. So this is going to be my bottom section. So I'm just going to actually take this into 3 sections. And I'm going to brush it through. And I'm going to take the crimper and I'm going to have the single barrel. If you're using a barrel, it's going to point out. I'm going to take that and I'm just going to crimp. Hold it for a couple of minutes. These ones I like to hold, not minutes, seconds. These ones I like to hold a little bit longer because they're on the bottom. And then I take where that last crimper was and I over crimp with this one. So I'm going to take where this one was and I'm going to crimp with that one right there. And my hold is going to be a little bit lighter. You don't want to clamp it down and hold. One, your hand's going to get super tired and then you're just going to have, it's going to be too crimped. You just kind of want to, as you work your way down, you want to be very, very light. And then when it gets to the ends, you almost just want to tap it. And then you've got like a nice S pattern there. Okay, so now you're going to get to the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to part right at my part and bring it all down in the front And just to kind of keep this hair out of the way, I'm going to keep it behind me and try to keep this hair in front of me. So what I'm going to do is still keep that same positioning. So a lot of times what I see when you're crimping the hair, you kind of, curling irons go vertical, but crimpers have to stay horizontal. So when you do the sections, especially up closer to the top, instead of taking sections like this, take sections like this against where your part is. So you want to follow the angle of your part. So my part is actually a little bit angled this way towards the back of my hair. So these sections are going to be angled this way as well. So I'm going to take this hair and I'm just going to clip it over here out of my way, and that's going to be a little bit easier for me. Rather than with a curling iron, you kind of just go this way. And then I like to tilt my head as much as possible so that I could get the crimper in there. If you're worried about these little tiny hairs, I wouldn't try to crimp them because it'll just make them all frizzy. I would use either a flat iron with them and just barely tap them, just so that they lay, because you really don't get the crimper that close to your scalp. So I would just lay those down that way, or when you're blow drying, try to put really low heat and then try and like smooth them down rather than trying to get them in the crimper. Okay, so now you're getting to the end of the, now you're getting to the end. You just have that one piece in the back, like this. And it's gonna be kind of hard for you guys to see, but since it's so hard for like the arms to go back this way, I'm actually gonna pull it up and crimp it up. So you guys can't see it. Let me see if I can slouch down. But that's the way that I'm gonna do this back piece. And then when it gets to the end, I'm going to do the end right here. And what that does is it keeps the horizontal shape, because if I go like this, my hand's going to go like that, and that's not going to keep it horizontal. So this back piece is going to be the trickiest just because of the angle of it. I'm gonna spray. Okay. So then I'm gonna take some oil, but I personally already like that super, super crimped look. If you use less pressure and bigger sections, it gives it a little bit looser. But I know that with my hair, especially with how fine it is, it's going to loosen up anyway. So I like to start a little bit tighter, especially that first day. Because once I braided and everything will hold, especially if you have extensions. Oh my gosh, hair with extensions holds hot tooled styles so well. So I'm gonna keep it a little bit tighter and just like enjoy it for a little bit. But I am going to do this, it's a shine, it's by Formula 18. It's just a oil, but it's more for shine, so it's not super, super heavy. And it's a clear oil, so it's safe for blondes to use as well. So I'm gonna start at the bottom. I'm gonna work my way up, and I'm just gonna run through with my fingers. I'm not necessarily going to brush through it. It's all just gonna be done with my fingers. The brushes sometimes can have, or a wide tooth comb. The brushes can have like a poofing effect sometimes. So fingers are always better. And then I'm going to take the dry powder finishing spray. I like it because it adds a little bit of extra texture to the hair, and I'm just gonna separate it out like this. Take it up here. And there you guys have it. This is tons of fun, tons of body, tons of curl, tons of wave. It's one of my favorites. I really like to rock the crimper, but there you guys go. All right, you guys, so this is my tutorial with a crimper. Go ahead and comment below or let me know what other tutorials and you would like to see, and I would be happy to do them for you. If you're interested in natural beaded rose, which this is actually one of my favorite styling techniques for natural beaded rose, because you're not putting any pressure on the rose as you're doing it through your hair. You're literally just holding the crimper. So this is why it's one of my favorites with natural beaded rose. It holds really well when you have extensions in, and the style just lasts for a really long time. So if you're interested in that, there is a link in my bio, and just fill out that form and I will be talking to you guys shortly. All right, have a good day, you guys.